Hey guys, I'm Rae.
And I'm Jason.
And if you watched our Best Rally Ever vlog, then you know we mentioned in there while we were attending the Grand Design Delaware Rally, which is now known as the Mid-Atlantic Rally, we gave a talk. So we were pretty nervous about it because it was our first speaking event, but I think overall it went well. We had some clicker problems with the slide, but you know, other than that, it was good. So we did record it. We weren't sure how it was gonna turn out, but it looks like it's decent. So we figured we would share the information with you on what we feel are the highlights and the important items when you are getting ready to transition to full-time living.
In the talk, we go over insurance, changing domicile, campground costs, how much we spent on camping, and just other things that kind of will help you in your transition that we didn't have or had to learn on our own.
So if these topics interest you and you're getting ready to transition to full-time RV life, then I would say stick around. So let's just dive right into our topic.
Alright, so today we're going to talk about taking the leap and transitioning to full-time or long-time or whatever works for you, but just getting out there and using your grand design. So, I guess our first question is, who has ever considered even 5 years, 10 years, next week, plan to jump into full-time living? Or, all right, good. So, even if you don't, feel free to listen in and maybe it'll spark something inside you. So, who are we?
Well, my name's Rae, and I chose this picture holding a glass of wine, jumping in a vineyard, because that is true to who I am. So a couple fun facts is that I played soccer for closer to my mouth? Yeah. Okay. So I played soccer for 14 years. I do have a degree in business finance. A couple years after graduating, I found a passion in baking, and I started my own bakery, and I went to school at night for that. And then we found a new passion of RV, so that's where we are now. Some of my favorite things include avocados, craft beer, and of course, our dog, Carmen. I am a ghost tour enthusiast, so we do try and go on ghost tours every town that we go to, and I also hate public speaking. Oh, I forgot one. I do love yelling cow or horse or pig when we're driving on the road. I'm that person.
So, I'm Jason Miller, and I love to start new hobbies. So, a couple of these have been tailoring, which didn't turn out too well, home brewing, which turned out better than you can even imagine, photography, which we still do on a day-to-day basis, and golfing, which I haven't done much since I left my clubs in California. I'm a professional computer hacker, for those of you who don't know what an incident response engineer is. I love the Seahawks, go Hawks, and I have a passion for craft beer also, learning new things. I'm always tinkering, and I think that's the whole hobbyist in me. Coffee, couldn't survive without it, and I love coming up with new business ideas and then trying to explain and convince my wife into jumping into them. I also love pushing my wife in our business endeavors and doing things like public speaking. Anyway, so we're a getaway couple, and we started full-time RVing just over a year ago in July. So we've been on the road only a little bit longer than a year. So we've never used an RV before or even rented one before we hit the road, and we jumped into it with a large 42-foot 375 res. in Los Angeles. Those are the first roads we took. I don't know if it was the best decision, but we made it. So we are Grand Design ambassadors, so we get to bring extra content and display the lifestyle.
And even though we are Grand Design ambassadors, we will always consider ourselves RV newbies. I just think that there is too much to learn in this world that you really can't ever consider yourself a pro. But we are always willing to share our mistakes and lessons learned. On our YouTube channel, we've developed this great community that we absolutely love, and we love meeting people in person. And it's a totally different world, and you don't even know about it until you're in it. So we're really glad that we found it. And if you do watch our YouTube channel, watch till the end, because we always have bloopers. You guys are obviously just seeing them real time. Clicker is not cooperating today.
So let's step into transitioning into full-time. The first thing that you usually think about is, what do you do with your house? So if you were a renter like us, the decision's pretty easy and straightforward. You stop renting. But if you're lucky enough to own, you really have two different options that you can take. There's thousands of ways you can do this, but for us, we really break it down into, you can sell your house, which is great if you know 100% that this lifestyle is what you want to do. Or you can sell your house if you need the investment. You need the money to either buy a bigger solitude or momentum for full timing, which isn't necessary, or if you just want to live off the money from your house. Or if you know that you want to buy elsewhere, for those who are lucky enough to live in places where it snows and you don't want to be lucky anymore. You want to move somewhere south. So you can also just rent it out. So if you know that you want to eventually return to your house, you've spent all these years there, and you just want to go off for a couple months or a couple years and then come back, rent it out. Pretty simple. You can also rent it out if you just want to get that extra monthly income on a recurring basis. That's another great reason to rent it out. Or if you have a family like me, my little sister has told my mom that she can never sell our house because she always wants to come back to the house that she grew up in, which is very selfish. But if you have kids, you might know that. So if you want to have a home base, you can rent it out. All right, so second is choosing domicile. So I didn't even know the word domicile until I started looking into RVing, because it's not something you like talk to your friends about. But everyone's first question was like, do I need to change domicile? Like, what's the benefit? What's even the purpose? And so for us, we lived in California. We had a 9% income tax, like state income tax rate. But we're no longer tied to California. We don't really have anything there. We don't rent. We don't have anything. So for us, it was, why should we continue to pay California to fix roads and stuff that we're not really going to be driving on every day like we used to? So we moved to Texas. They moved our domicile to Texas, where I have family, and we actually spend more time there than any other state now. So they have a 0% income tax. So that saved us a couple $1,000s a year on income tax. So you do not need to change your domicile if you don't want to. Most RVers generally will if they go full-time because of the benefits, but if you still want to keep your home base and keep your house, don't even worry about it. It's not necessary. So the most common chosen states for RVers is Florida, Texas, and South Dakota. They're all 0% income tax. They have a bunch of other benefits, like make it easy for you to renew stuff by mail or vote by mail. So they're kind of nomadic-friendly states. But overall, we recommend you either choose a state that you have family ties to. It makes it a little bit easier in case the Patriot Act forced banks to have a residential address, so you can have someone that you know to use as their residence in case your mailing address doesn't work. Anyway, but if not, go to South Dakota, because South Dakota is probably the cheapest overall in terms of insurance and stuff like that. They don't have hurricanes and tornadoes that Florida and Texas do that drive up rates, or annual inspections like Texas.
All right, so the second biggest question we're always asked about is, how are you getting your mail on the road? And it's really easy, actually. So there's a ton of services, and they can either forward your mail or scan your mail. And Escapees is a great option for this, or Escapers. They offer this service in a ton of states. Personally, because we changed our domicile to Texas, we went with a smaller company called Texas Home Base, and they scan our mail. It goes to a secure location. We look at what came in, and we either tell them to shred it or forward it to us. And since we scanned our mail before we started RVing, this was perfect. So we can simply save a PDF if it's a document that we want to keep, or we just tell them to pile it up in a corner and mail it to us all at once. And we also get packages there, and they're really good at forwarding packages to us. They have a service, we haven't used it yet, where they will even cash your checks for you. So it's a great option. And then if you wanted to get packages directly to you, who doesn't love Amazon? Come on. So we have Prime still, we never changed that, and we just get it shipped to whatever campground we're at. We've heard a lot of people say that they have a hard time getting packages to campgrounds, but I've realized if you go in and you ask in person, and they know that you full-time and they know that you're going to be there for 2 or 3 weeks, they'll normally just say it's fine. So we get a lot of packages delivered to campgrounds. If they do say no, then the Amazon pickup option is really convenient as well. And then of course there's FedEx, and we just found out that FedEx partners with Walgreens for pickup, and we tried it 2 months ago at the Indiana rally because we needed our business cards like stat. So it works seamlessly. So I think that that's a great option for the future as well. And then of course the UPS store also has pickup locations. And USPS. We're throwing this on here just to let you guys know about it, because when we started researching how to get mail, people always said USPS, use general delivery, and we've not used it once. But it is an option, and that's why we threw it up here, although we can't say we recommend it. So then, of course, the next biggest question is, how do I stay covered on the road with health insurance? So we wanted nationwide coverage that didn't break our bank. We were dreading this subject, I'm not gonna lie. And a couple months before we hit the road, I found out I had some weird thing that the doctors couldn't figure out, and that started to really stress me out. And then they put me on medication, and they said, whatever you have is stress-induced. And that really stressed me out. So I was like, okay, we need health insurance. So we did private insurance, and we can use this nationwide in any state. And of course, being the worrywart I am, I've only used it once, but it was a seamless process. So if you don't want to do private insurance, the other options are the ACA. If you qualify for Medicare, it's great. It's already a nationwide program. You can use it anywhere. And then there is something called a health sharing ministry, which is if you are from a certain religious background, you can, basically what they do is they pool their money together. So you pay a flat rate monthly, depending on your age, and you're essentially paying other people's medical bills. But then when you need to go to the doctor, you pull from the same pool and they pay your medical bills. So that is a great option as well. And then of course there's private health care like we did. So we ended up paying $418 a month for the both of us, which really isn't horrible. And then of course we highly recommend going with RVers Insurance Exchange, just like extremely knowledgeable in this subject. Portia was our representative, and we just sent in our application. We had a 10-minute background phone call with her. She got back to us a couple days later. She gave us this whole presentation on all the different plans, what they meant, and what we qualified for, and what the price was. We picked our plan that day, and then, a couple weeks later, we had our cards in the mail and we were ready to go. So it's not as scary as you may think.
So next we have truck insurance and RV insurance. So truck insurance is relatively the same. I don't think we added anything special to our policy, but the number one thing you need to do is just let your insurance agent know that you're traveling. They can make sure that you're fully covered, because what's the point of paying all this money for insurance and then they find a loophole to not pay you, right? So tell them that you're traveling. For your RV, we recommend you add a full-time insurance policy. It's an actual rider that they'll put on there. And it covers you the same as homeowner's insurance would. It covers personal liability in case someone gets hurt in your RV, and it also covers things like personal loss. So if something gets stolen from your RV, it covers that. So it's great. And it's built in. Full timing isn't some magical thing that you would be doing. It's the insurance agencies know about it and cover it correctly. We also got the total loss replacement value, which in the case of a total loss of our crane design, they'll give us the purchase price. So we really like that and recommend it. Because you never know what's going to happen out there on the road, and I don't really want to have to cover the depreciation hit. So your insurance actually varies based on state. Our insurance went up a lot going from California to Texas, which really surprised us. And then this was actually one of the only things when we were doing domicile that we didn't really think through, because we had insurance in California, but we had to go crazy, and I was booking our insurance at 8 a.m. from my phone in front of the county office in Texas, in Wichita, trying to get new insurance, which I was able to do, but still, there's different varying levels that you need based on the state you domicile in, so just be aware of that. But Texas is more expensive, same with Florida, because they have hurricanes and weather that we weren't used to from California. But our current rates right now, we pay $145 a month for our truck, which is a Ram 3500, and it's 2012. And then we pay $217 a month for our fifth wheel, and that includes the full-timers policy and the total loss replacement value. So the final recommendation we have is, although you can probably get the towing part of your insurance for cheap, I think it was $5 a month as part of our insurance, we recommend getting a separate towing coverage that knows how to work with RVers. We've seen a couple videos of people that have used AAA, and they bring a small tow truck that's smaller than your Ram 3500 to try to bring it, and it just doesn't work out well. So we use CoachNet, but I would say it's about 50-50. People are happy with CoachNet or Good Sam's, or unhappy, right? So just choose one and go with it until they make you unhappy.
All right, so this is a subject I'm very passionate about, is pet insurance. And I know that's a weird subject to be passionate about, but when you full-time RV with your pet, you are exposing them to a lot of things. More dogs, more diseases, more insects, and the number one risk is more stupid people. It's just true. Any injury we've seen in RV parks is because of an irresponsible owner. And it's just, I can't stress it enough, to keep your dog on a leash, not for anyone else's safety, but for their safety. So this issue really hit home to us when we were in an RV park and there was a woman outside and she had her little dog unleashed, and a big dog came around the corner leashed, and little dog took after big dog and lost. And so it was just so sad watching this woman clean up her campground and load everything into her Class B to rush off to the vet because she trusted her dog when she shouldn't have. So on top of the stress of having an injured pet and trying to deal with that on the road and trying to even find a vet in an area you're not familiar with, to then get slammed with a vet bill just adds so much to it. So at least take away that stress with money, and we encourage pet insurance. So it, of course, depends on your domicile. So our pet insurance actually went down from California to Texas. And we recommend Healthy Paws because they'll pretty much cover any pet. They have some restrictions, but they have the least restriction out of all the pet insurance companies out there. And then if you think I'm absolutely insane and you're like, I'm not going to get pet insurance, that's fine. Just have a savings plan, because as I said before, taking that financial burden off in an emergency really, really helps. So at least have a little savings plan for Fido, because you never know when you're going to need it.
Alright, so let's go into a couple additional costs that change when you go full-time. So the first one is going to be fuel. Don't do it. Alright, the first one's going to be fuel costs, because that definitely increases when you go full-time, but not as much as you would think, especially if you already own a large truck. So it varies based on your driving distance and speed, it varies based on your state, it varies based on the time of the year, it varies based on how much you explore. But the good thing is you get to control the amount, right? So overall, you're in control of your fuel costs. So if you need to save more, don't go out and explore faraway things or move less, right? So right off the bat, last year we spent between $5,300 and $7,800. So it's kind of a weird range, but $5,300 is what our credit card said in the fuel costs, and I don't really believe it fully. So I estimated on the high side $7,800. So it's probably smack dab in the middle there, like $6,000 or something. We drove 29,000 miles, right? Almost 30,000 last year, which is, we thought we drove like 15,000 based on like a Campground spreadsheet. So it just showed that we almost went double the amount of miles exploring. But still, our average is only, let's say, $500 a month, which I don't think is too horribly bad for the amount of things we've done, places we've been. So next we're going to jump into campground memberships, or campground costs. So memberships definitely help you bring down the cost of camping. Every single one of these, 1,000 Trails, RPI, Coast to Coast, Passport America, Harvest Host, you guys get the picture, are completely worth it if you use it. So if they fit your style. So for us, Harvest Host is like a single night thing, and we would love to do it, but it doesn't fit our travel style, so we don't have it. Same thing with Passport America. It's amazing for 50% off campsites for like one night, which once again doesn't fit our travel style, so we don't really get to use it. For us in the full-time lifestyle, which we travel we stay in a place for about a week. We've actually extended that to 2 weeks now. And only, travel one day. 1,000 Trails has by far saved us the most money. So 1,000 Trails, and then the Trails Collection, which is an add-on, and then RPI, which is a whole other program that you get access to by being part of 1,000 Trails. So RPI will give you campgrounds for like $10 to $15 a night. 1,000 Trails and Trails Collection, once you pay into your membership, they're pretty much free for the majority of them. There's some that have smaller costs, but... So overall, if you're buying into 1,000 Trails, you have a one-time membership cost between $0 and $5,000, depending on the plan you buy, resale, or it could be up to $10,000 if you buy new. So when we set out, we spent $4,250 on our one-time membership fee, paid that up front. We probably would have gone a little bit cheaper now that they have, and so they gave us access to about 80 campgrounds that we can stay at for free now that we've paid for a membership.
Is most of this on the website, or do we need to write fast?
Oh, we have all of this on our website, and if you have any questions, we'll make more videos and send them out to you, because if you have questions, other people probably do too. Yeah, but I do have a lot of Thousand Trails, because it's very confusing. So once you buy your one-time membership and you get it, we recommend going resale because they're the exact same. Our membership is from 1988, which is also the same year we were born. So it's a 30-year-old membership. You have your annual reoccurring cost. So this is your membership cost that you pay every year until it's canceled. It's not like a timeshare where you have to try to sell it to get rid of it. You can cancel it anytime you want. So for us, we pay $549, which is average, and then the Trails Collection add-on, which gives us access to about 100 new parks, is $200. So, and then RPI is $119. So overall, we have an annual cost of $876. So what does that get us? All right, so last year, on top of our memberships, we paid $7,525. So I would say, personally, not bad. We stayed 50% in privately owned campgrounds and 50% in Thousand Trails, because the one thing about Thousand Trails is they're not everywhere. So overall, we're probably gonna do the same. Our total first year cost was $12,642, and 95% of that was full hookups, and the other 5% was water and electric only. We're glampers. We haven't boondocked yet. So I think that's pretty good. But where the cost savings for Thousand Trails comes in is your second year and your third year and your fourth year, where you're not paying that one-time fee. So our estimated second year, if I just take that $800 or $850 annual fee, and then I'm averaging, we'll probably spend about 50% of the time in Thousand Trails and 50% of the time in private campgrounds again. So I just took the same amount of money I spent last year, and we went to Mardi Gras and we did a whole bunch of things. So this is not like as cheap as you can go. We do things that we want to do. So I'm estimating next year to be at about $8,392. And the biggest benefit is any day that you go and you spend, like, any additional day you spend in a Thousand Trails park, your cost drops. So we know RV Outlaws, another couple out there that we've met up with, they have an average nightly rate of like $8 because they stay almost exclusively in Thousand Trails and plan them out. And then RPI, which is the $10 a night parks to break them up. So it's pretty significant savings if that's what you're looking for.
All right, so then a couple additional costs that you need to think about before going full-time are listed here. And we didn't put our expenses here because these are completely variable. You can obviously change these categories and only you know your RV style. So activities, I don't know how active you are, but we like to take cruises and brewery tours and ghost tours, and your national park pass and things like that will fall into this. And then of course you're going to go to campgrounds and you're going to see someone else and you're going to go, what's that? I want that. Trust me, you're going to do that a lot. So budget for RV accessories, and then dining out. This one really fluctuates, and so we like to try and go to one restaurant. The first 3 months, this expense was out of control because you're still on the vacation mindset. So definitely budget for dining out. And then internet and cell phone. So for us, I think this is our third or fourth largest expense. but that's because Jason still works full-time. I need to upload videos to YouTube, so internet is very, very important to us, which is another reason that we've exclusively stayed in campgrounds and haven't boondocked. So this doesn't have to be expensive. If you're totally fine with the cell phone plan that you have now, or you just want to pick up a hotspot and a cell booster, you should be good to go. And then of course there's always campground Wi-Fi, but never, ever depend on it.
All right, and that was our talk. So obviously no edits, no anything. We just showed you exactly what our audience saw that day. If you're still here, congratulations. That was a long video, but we're glad you're still here. We hope you found the information helpful. The video did cut off what appears to be right in the middle of a slide, but that actually was our last slide, and probably 30 seconds after the video ended, we just went into a Q&A with the audience. So it was pretty perfect timing that the cameras turned off. So instead of you having to watch our Q&A, if you have any questions, just let us know in the comments. We'll kind of just have a little Q&A down there.
Also, if you want a copy of the slides, just go ahead and click this link below and give us your email address, and we'll send those right to you in PDF format, so that you can scroll through and see the slides better. I'm sure it wasn't the best in the video.
So if you found this information useful, we would really, really appreciate a thumbs up on the video. I know it doesn't seem like much to you, but it does help us out, and it lets YouTube know that our videos don't suck. So give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't done that yet. Again, let us know if you have any questions, and we'll get back to you in the comments. We'll see you next time. Bye,
Bye,
guys. Hey guys, I'm Rae.
Oh no, I was doing weird things with my face.
Okay. Hey guys, I'm Rae.
Sorry.
What are you doing over there?
Just don't worry about it.
Hey guys, I'm Rae.
I'm Jason.
Oh, changing it up with no and.
Oh, okay, sorry. Didn't mean to throw you off.
Yeah, totally threw me for a loop. Hey guys, I'm Rae.
And I'm Jason.
Oh my god. Hey guys, I'm Rae.
And I'm Jason.
And let us know your thoughts. Is that fine?
Yeah.
No, I didn't like that.
Okay.